Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Season 5 released 2 days ago, so today we're going to be jumping into the top 10 meta loadouts you can use in Warzone. If you guys haven't already, make sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss none of my content. Alright, so the first gun we're going to be checking out is the Bullfrog. You may not have the fastest ETK, but this thing still shreds. The Bullfrog is perfect when you're stuck in 1v2, 1v3 situations because of the 65 round mag, 85 round mag. It's just perfect. It works. So you're gonna want to have your user suppressor in it, which is gonna give you more bullet velocity, damage range, and sound suppression. It's also gonna help you with the recoil, but the SMGs don't really have recoil, so it doesn't really matter. Next thing, you're gonna want to put the 7.4 Task Force barrel, which is also gonna give you more effective damage range and bullet velocity. After that, you're gonna want to add the Tiger Team Spotlight for mobility. Then you're gonna add the KGB Skeletal Stock, which is gonna give you more mobility, and it's also gonna give you a little bit more of stability. And after that, I recommend just adding the 65 round normal. You don't really need an 85 round, and whenever you switch to the 85 round, it just gives you less mobility in both of them. So those 20 bullets are really not much of a difference. 65 round is just perfect for what you need. Keep in mind, this is a great SMG overall, has the most damage range between all SMGs. However, this is not built up for hipfire. Alright, so next up is the Modern Warfare MP5, and yes, between the Cold War MP5 and the Modern Warfare MP5, this one's 100 times better. Almost the same thing, however, this MP5 loadout is built for hipfire and it's just insane. You win any 1v1 just by having better mobility by just hipfiring them. It's just insane, it's not even fair. So you're gonna want to have the monolithic integral suppressor in it, which is gonna give you bullet velocity and sound suppression, of course. It reduces your aim down sight speed, but you don't really need it because you're building this for hipfire. That's what you want. After that, you want the 5MW laser. What this is gonna do is increase your hipfire accuracy by a bunch. It's not even fair. After that, you want to add the Merc foregrip for recoil control and even more hipfire accuracy. Then you want to add the 45 round mag, because of course you need the most amount of bullets that you can have in it. 45 is just not enough. And after that, you want to have this late hand so you can reload quickly, because like I said, 45 is just not enough for 2v1s, 3v1s, depending on the situation. You want to reload quickly. Alright, so next up is the Cold War MP5. Both MP5s are easily as good, however the Modern Warfare is still a step above this one. So you're gonna want to add the Aegis Suppressor for effective damage range, bullet velocity, sound suppression, everything else as always. After that, you're gonna want to add the Tiger Team Spotlight for the mobility. Then you're gonna add the Raider Stock, which is gonna decrease a little bit your hipfire accuracy, however it's gonna bring up more ADS speed. After that, you're gonna want to add the Bruiser Grip, which is gonna give you hipfire accuracy so it compensates for what the Raider Stock is taking away. And lastly, you're gonna want to add the 50 round drum, which it takes away a little bit of aim down sight speed, but doesn't really matter because the SMG is already fast enough. After that, we have the Mag 10, which you're gonna want to rock with the Aegis Suppressor, as always. After that, you're gonna want to add the 5.9 Task Force, which is gonna increase the effective damage range and bullet velocity, as well as the Aegis Suppressor, which is basically what it's already doing. After that, you're gonna want to add the Tiger Team Spotlight, which is gonna increase your mobility. After that, you're gonna want to add the Stanek 53 round drum. Between this and the fast mag, there's really no difference. The round drum, it says that reduces your aim down sight time. There's, like I said, no difference, so might as well just rock the drum. And last, you're gonna want to add the Raider Stock. Me personally, I like to use the Raider Stock with it. I feel like it's the best build for it. However, you can still rock the SAS Combat Stock as well, or the No Stock. It's really up to you. The No Stock is gonna give you a little bit more mobility. The SAS Combat Stock is gonna give you like a little bit more faster when it comes to ADS. In my opinion, the Raider Stock is just more complete between the three of this. But in the end, you cannot go wrong with either three of this. It's up to you. Next up, we got the Milano, which has recently been making its way up between all the SMGs. Now with the Milano, this is a tricky one because you can use it either for close range, mid range. So I've seen people use it as an AR. It's crazy the power this weapon has. So the build up that I'm using right now is for SMG. You're gonna want to add the Agency Suppressor as always for the effective damage range, bullet velocity, everything I've said already, vertical recoil control. You're gonna want to add this 10.6 Task Force as well, which is gonna increase your effective damage range and bullet velocity. This works for both SMG and mid range. After that, you're gonna want to add the Tiger Team Spotlight, which is gonna increase your mobility. After that, you're gonna want to add the Tiger Team Spotlight, which is gonna increase your mobility as well. After that, you're gonna want to add this Stanek 55 round drum. Make sure that if you're using an SMG, always try to go for the highest amount of bullets. At least higher than 45 is decent. Now, if you're using this as an SMG, use the Serpent Grip, which is going to increase your ADS. Now, if you're going to use this as an AR, remove the Serpent Grip and add the HL arms 3 times, and this exact build still works for mid-range. Alright, I'm not really proud of including this one here, but it's OP, you have to include it. The Gallo shotgun is the most OP shotgun slash closer range weapon in Warzone right now, like there's no doubt about it. So what you're gonna wanna add is the agency choke, which is gonna give you your bullet velocity, 50 damage range. Everything called agency or suppressor is gonna do that. Just keep that in mind. You're also gonna wanna rock it in all of your guns. After that, you're gonna wanna add the 24.6 Ranger, which is gonna give you effective damage range. Alright, so after that, you're gonna wanna add the SWAT 5 and W laser sight, which is gonna increase your hip fire accuracy. You really don't need to aim for this weapon, so it doesn't really matter that it says that it takes away aim down sight time. You just don't really need that. After that, you're gonna wanna add the wire stock, which is gonna increase your sprint to fire time. You could also add the nose stock, however, this decreases your hip fire accuracy, which is something you really need with the Gallo. So rather just rock the wire stock. And lastly, you're going to want to add the static 12 round tube. You do need the max amount of ammo you can have in this one because you do run through the ammo quick. That's the thing with this shotgun. It has good fire rate and it also hits really strong, so that just makes it way too OP. So if you cannot aim, if you suck at aiming with an SMG close range, but you still want to push, then this is what you want to rock. Next up, we got the R9 shotgun, or as most of you like to call it, the Tooth. So you're gonna wanna add the monolithic suppressor in this one for damage range. After that, you're gonna wanna add the forge stack sentry, which is gonna give you more damage range and a tighter pellet spread, which means more accuracy. After that, you're gonna wanna add the 500W laser, which is gonna increase your hip fire accuracy and your sprint to fire speed. Then you're gonna wanna add the dragon spread rounds. If you're not rocking the dragon spread rounds, this gun's just not gonna hit the way it should. So long story short, if you're not rocking the dragon spread rounds, don't rock this weapon. It's just not gonna be good. And after that, you can run the triple grip tape, which is gonna increase your aim down sight speed, which doesn't really matter, like I said, but it does increase your sprint to fire speed, which is really vital with this weapon. Alright, next up we got the best assault rifle at the moment, the Crick 6. No recoil, hits strong, it got nerfed a little bit ago, however, it's still OP, it's the best assault rifle you can have right now, still at top, still above the rest. No reason why you shouldn't be rocking this. You want to add the agency suppressor, as always effective damage range, bullet velocity, just makes this even better. After that, you're going to want to add the 15 SMB mil-spec acid barrel, which is going to increase your bullet velocity and it's going to help with the recoil control and effective damage range. This is just the best barrel you can rock with this one. Then you're going to want to use the HL arms 3 times because, like I said, you're using this weapon for range, not really close range. Close range is better if you rock something else. However, this is the best assault rifle for mid-range, long distance. After that, you're going to want to add the standard 60 round because for the 45 round, it's just not enough when it comes to the AR. It's better if you have the max amount of bullets, like I said. And the 60 round fast mag, it does decrease a little bit your aim down sight speed, so might as well just rock the normal one. Then you're going to want to add the sharpen route, which is going to increase your aim down sight time. This weapon is already quick on the aim down sight time, however, it just makes it like if you're rocking an SMG, that quick, so it's always good to have. Next up, we got the weapon with the fastest TDK in the game, assault rifle, which is used as an SMG. It's been used as an SMG by everybody ever since day one. They as well. Always handled reliable, fastest TK in the game, like I said. You're gonna wanna use the BLK 200 OSA barrel, which is gonna increase your damage range and bullet velocity. Keep in mind, this is just a 30 round drum mag weapon. Like that's max you can have. So you're gonna wanna add the 30 round mag. You're gonna wanna use the Mark IV grip, which is gonna give you recoil control and hip fire accuracy, kind of like the MP5. Not as good hip fire accuracy as the Modern Warfare MP5. However, it's still good hip fire accuracy. If that's too low for you, you can also run the Commander 4 grip. It's up to you to decide. Remember, Commander 4 grip is a little bit faster when it comes to the speed, the mobility in it. Then Mark 4 grip is just like a little bit more stability, hip fire accuracy. Up to you. Then you're gonna want to add the triple grip tape to increase the aim down sight speed and the sprint to fire speed. And then you're gonna wanna add the sleight of hand because, like I said, this is a 30 round drum mag weapon, so you are most likely gonna need to rely on your secondary pretty much in every single situation. If it's a 1v1, no problem, 30 round mag is more than enough. However, if it's a 2v1, you are gonna wanna switch weapons, so you don't wanna be in a sticky situation where you are stuck with switching your weapon or reloading. And it's just not as fast as you want it to. So you're gonna want to add this sleight of hand there, which is gonna reload quickly, and it's also gonna swap weapons faster. So you don't want to run a laser or whatever. Anything else is just not needed. And last but not least, the Stoner 63, the fastest and also the strongest LMG amongst all of them. This Stoner is strong and has no recoil. However, keep in mind, it's a 75 round mag, so it's not that 125 200 bullets that we are used to having in LMG. That's why he has no recoil, because just 75 bullets. So you're gonna want to add the agency suppressor as always, alongside with the 21.8 task force, which is gonna give you effective damage range, bullet velocity, and horizontal and vertical recoil control. You're gonna want to rack that with the HL arms 3 times, because of course you're using this for mid-range / long range. You are not gonna be using this for close range. Please don't try it. It's not gonna work. After that, you're gonna want to add the field agent grip, which is gonna give you even more vertical and horizontal recoil control, which is great. You really don't want to have recoil in this weapon. This is not good. And lastly, you're gonna want to add the fast mag, which is 75 rounds. Don't forget, and it's gonna give you reload quickness. So it's like if you're reloading an AR, pretty much. So it's not that bad. I didn't add the new AR and the new SMG amongst these top 10 because it's still too soon to determine if they're actually OP or not, if they're actually meta or not. So I'm probably gonna be posting dedicated videos of them later, whenever I unlock them or whenever, you know, I have the chance. And let me know in the comment section down below which ones you're gonna be rocking, and let me know how it goes. Alright, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.